I know my channel's become a little bit more focused on MLW, but just in the fact that so much happened in the Toronto sports world within 30 minutes. 30 minutes it all went down. I think it's time for me to make a video because somehow on the same day, so much stuff happened in NHL free agency regarding the Toronto Maple Leafs and players coming into the organization and departing the organization, as well as the Toronto Blue Jays firing their manager, Charlie Montoyo. We have a lot to unpack here today, guys. Welcome back to the AJ Plays channel. This is something I did not expect to be making today because I expected to have a subtle free agency for the Leafs, and I did not see the Jays firing Montoyo after a win last night. Anyways, let's get right into it. I think we're going to probably start off with the Blue Jays here, Charlie Montoyo. Get into the juicy stuff right off the bat. Blue Jays fired Charlie Montoyo and John Schneider is named the interim manager. Schneider has been the bench coach now for the last season. I'm pretty sure he was also there last year. But yeah, this was a bit of a shock to me because I literally come inside after mowing my lawn. I'm not kidding you. And then I look down at my phone and all I see is 3 moves. And this one was the first one that came up. Oh my, this was massive. Blue Jays have fired their manager, Charlie Montoyo, the team had announced on Wednesday. Bench coach John Schneider takes over as on an interim basis throughout the end of the 2022 season. And Casey Candele, I'm sorry, I am somewhat Italian. I am part Italian, but I cannot pronounce that name. Sorry. Casey moves up from AAA Buffalo. He was a manager down there. He will now be our interim bench coach. Yeah, so, I mean, the Jays, they have been really underperforming this season, especially as of late. We went from like 45 and 37 at one point to 46 and 42 right now. Because in our last 11 games, we have a record of 2 wins and 9 losses. We got swept by the Mariners, losing by 1 run in multiple games. And then we also lost to the last place Oakland Athletics in a series. That's not good whatsoever. We shouldn't be doing this. We are a much better team on paper. And unfortunately, like, it's not all Montoyo's fault because the bullpen has been very lackluster this year, although Montoyo has made bad decisions on bringing in guys at certain points. As well as the offense, they just can't hit when there's runners on base. We're leaving a lot of guys on base, and this is why we're losing these close games 2-1 or 6-5 at the end of the night. Last night, we actually started hitting, extra base hits. We won 4-3 against the Philadelphia Phillies. This was Tuesday night. I'm recording this on Wednesday afternoon. And I thought, you know what, maybe this is a good start for the Jays. Maybe this is exactly what they needed. Maybe Montoyo's job is safe. That's what I thought. And then you look at everything else going on internally within the Jays system. Our first base coach, Mark Budzinski, unfortunately, his daughter passed away tragically within, I believe it was about a week and a bit ago. Unfortunately, they lost her. And my condolences goes out to the Budzinski family and the entire Blue Jays organization because they all felt the loss. And I guess they waited until after this was off the team's mind because Montoyo, I guess, kept his team really involved and just kept them focused on baseball. But then as soon as that kind of finished up and the ceremony and the grieving, they're slowly getting past it, they decided now's the time, if anything, sooner the better, that we get rid of Charlie Montoyo. I gotta say, I think the players after a while started tuning Charlie Montoyo out. I think he was starting to lose them, like the Leafs did with Mike Babcock back in 2019, 2020. It's time for a fresh voice because I feel like Charlie Montoyo does not have enough balls, to put it lightly. He does not have the balls to run a team. I feel like he is a very passive coach, and when the team starts running you, that is not good. I hope Schneider is able to take care of that, and the Jays are going to be fine going forward. We got to start winning some games because we are clinging on for dear life to that last spot in the expanded wild card this season. So we got to pick it up. So Montoyo, thank you for your time, but unfortunately, that's it. I gotta say I have respected you, but I do not think you were the right fit for this team, for a team right now that is trying to contend. You are not the right option, and maybe Schneider can lead this team as an interim coach right now. Let's see how it goes, but Montoyo, your services, we appreciated them, but right now it's not the best time for you to be managing this team. So, with that being said, that's the Jays side of things. NHL free agency. Listen, I'm gonna focus on the Leafs right now because there's so much stuff going on. Like Claude Giroux went to the Senators. Well, that's fantastic for me as a Leaf fan because now I got to hear the Sens fans. But that's besides the point. There are so many guys who have gone in and out. Our entire goalie tandem has been replaced practically within the last week. Through the draft, we traded away Peter Mrazek, and then we traded for Matt Murray, so he's going to be our new number one. Jack Campbell just signed a 5-year, $25 million deal with the Oilers, who like to steal all of our guys. It was Tyson Barrie in 2020, Zach Hyman in 2021, now it's Campbell in 2022. Next year, I don't know who's a free agent. I think Kerfoot might actually be a free agent next season. I think Kerfoot will go to the Oilers. Okay, quote me now, July 13th, 2022, Alexander Kerfoot will be an Edmonton Oiler in the 2023-2024 season. Okay, let's see it. I want to see if that's the case. Somebody owes me $10. Okay, all of you, all my subscribers right now owe me $10. Okay, we inked Ilya Samsonov to a 1-year, $1.8 million contract. I don't exactly remember how good he was. It can be better. I honestly think it could be much better in this situation right now, but who knows? Okay, with both Samsonov and Murray, we are taking a risk like we did last year with Mrazek and Campbell. Okay, looking at it like this, Jack Campbell, I'm happy he got his money, but I feel like he's severely overpaid. I'm sorry, he had a good 3 months to start the year. He was one of the best goalies in the league. After the COVID ravaging that hit the Leafs, from there, Campbell was struggling very badly for 3 months to get back into form. He was not the same goaltender we saw. That destroyed his market value. I'm shocked the Oilers gave him the contract he did, and I'm not even like upset that he's leaving. I'm happy that he got the money he did. I'm happy for him, but that is just wild to me that he's making all that money. After winning the cup with the Avalanche, forward Nicholas Aube-Kubel is joining the Maple Leafs on a 1-year, $1 million pact. I believe this is the guy who dropped the Stanley Cup, and I don't know him for much more than anything else. Listen, he's going to be another depth piece for this team. Not going to be much more than that because we have a core group pretty much locked up. You have your top six at least. You have a lot of guys who could slot into your top six right now. So again, now we're just filling out the cracks at the bottom. However, a big piece that we did just lose, two pieces actually. Former Maple Leafs forward Ilya Mikheyev is going to the Canucks, another team who likes to steal every Leaf we put on the market via a 4-year, $90 million pack. $4.75 million, that's an overpay for Mikheyev. I feel like it kind of is. He's slowly getting better with his goal scoring, which was one of his weakest parts of his game, but I don't think he's worth all that money that they're throwing at him. And then defenseman Ilya Lyubushkin is joining the Sabres, agreeing to terms on a 2-year, $5.5 million contract. 2.75 for Lyubushkin is also a little bit ridiculous. I feel like he's a good enforcer, but teams are definitely overpaying for Maple Leafs players who had a really good last bit of the season. I don't think this is a team. I don't think these are players who are going to have that same success going into next season. I don't know if it's going to be replicated that well. Maybe Campbell. I don't think Mikheyev's going to produce that well. Lyubushkin might not produce that well. And the money they're making, you guys did really well in your contract years, but I don't know if you guys deserve the money you're going to get. Congratulations, you earned it. All the power to you. You earned it. But Lyubushkin, he's an enforcer defenseman. He's a very physical guy, but he does not provide much on the offensive side. And as for Ilya Mikheyev, his speed is one of his biggest traits. He's a great penalty killer. He can work well on the power play. He is a very versatile player, but I don't know if he's worth $4.75 million per season. Finally, the last thing right now, I believe, forward Adam Gaudette will be skating for the Maple Leafs franchise in 2022-23, inking a 1-year, $750,000 pact. That is not bad. I gotta say that's a minimum. But, I think this is the dude who kicked his wife in the face at their wedding a couple years back when he was drunk. I think that's the only reason I know who this guy is, because that was trending one day on CB24. That was funny. So that's it. All the deals that have happened today in regards to Maple Leafs coming and Maple Leafs going. Got that in. Mikheyev out. Lyubushkin out. The guy who dropped the Stanley Cup, my apologies, dude, in. Campbell out. Samsonov in. Mrazek just left. Murray's in. And as for the Blue Jays, Charlie Montoyo's out, and John Schneider is now getting a promotion. A lot of stuff just happened within, I think it was like not even 3 hours. Literally 1 hour, I got all these notifications, and now it's like, okay, I got a video to make. Anyways, that's it for right now. Who knows what else is going to come about in the next couple of days in regards to the Blue Jays play as well as NHL free agency, especially in regards to the Leafs. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you guys all next time. Peace out.